What's up, guys? So I'm just gonna talk about this video just to tell the people who are saying that Nilou is gonna be as good as Kazuha and Kukumi, and people are gonna regret pulling for her. And I'm just gonna say that's copium, right? That's not gonna happen, right? First things first, Kazuha is an all-around support that supports all elements by his skill and EM buff. So next, she's not gonna be like Kokomi, because Kokomi has the jellyfish, and her jellyfish has 100% uptime if used properly and can apply hydro application almost consistently, right? Completely different characters, and their usage is mostly because of how their utility is applied and how useful they are. Nilou, on the other hand, is completely over the end, right? One, she's very much a main DPS, and
Respect must be given to the
she's
will
locked,
of
right?
every creature.
People are just saying that's just a
Fish in the
very
ocean
copium
swim in
restriction.
its own
I think it's a very reasonable restriction. Because of that restriction, they buff her damage on her bountiful blooms in that insane level, right? They made it deal extreme damage, it even higher than my Virgin team, right? That way, people will pull for that niche. But if you try to say that she's gonna be better in vape, on electrocharge, on a freeze, that's just trying your best to make use of a character that isn't supposed to be there, right? That's like trying to main DPS Kokomi, right? Kokomi is not supposed to be main DPS unless you're C6 or a whale, because you can make any character a DPS if you're a whale, right? So that's a very copium thing to do, right? Because you're gonna lose out on her passive that is supposed to be creating bountiful bloom, and you're just making a decision that's not that good, right? But that doesn't matter in the overworld, right? And also, if you're playing casual, you shouldn't even watch guides. You shouldn't even be watching a character review pool, because you're a casual and you're not gonna benefiting about that, right? A character could be doing nothing, and if you want to pull for him, right? Okay, so for now, I'm gonna show you my Virgin team that isn't that great but decent, right? As for Sanger, I've done a bit of research for Nilou, how max damage and rotation, right? Single rotation on Nilou, decent build or normal build by a player who wants to clear Abyss, she's gonna deal a 120,000 100k damage in a single rotation. Insane, right? And also in an insane build, 600 easily achievable, right? Not that bad, especially if you get the weapon. 70k HP, she's gonna be cracked, right? So the higher the HP, the better she is. And also for the team, if your team is like, obviously she's locked, I said that, restricted in Dendro and Hydro. If all of those characters are characters that have a high EM, insanely good, you're not gonna have any problems, any rotation. You don't need any rotation, right? So I'm gonna show you this team. By the way, this is extremely badly built because my Toma is using unleveled artifacts. But look at that. Look at that. Resetting the jellyfish. Look at this. Getting some energy to reset that. Using this to get the EM. Using that. Time to do this again. It's time to do the bunga bunga. Get that? See, that's 22k. Not as good as Nilou, but this is essentially almost the same AoE, right? Right? Reset jellyfish. Fire it up, baby. Get some energy. Oh, you died. I am sorry, I did not kill you both because you keep dashing, you know? mm, this is horrible, right? Is what I want to say, but it's not. It's actually decent. So if I killed him properly, I would have killed both of them even less than that time. Would have been 1 minute. And that's what I say, guys. You're not gonna get this kind of stuff on a Nilou team, right? You're not gonna be able to use freaking
Animal test 6308.
Sucrose or Kazuha. You're not gonna be able to use this cool ass shield that does flaming damage. In the future, this team will also get buffed. Better Dendro? Obviously, if you get an off-field Dendro like Nahida, the future Archon that you should be all pulling and you should be saving for, you're gonna be able to do this shit,
Rebuild.
but cooler,
Stand clear.
right? The artifact that my Toma is using, not that high EM. I can reach that 1M, 1k EM easily. Weapon unleveled. This is not bad. A lot of options. Artifact. Unleveled all of this, and you can also choose this cooler artifact. This one gives EM2 and plus 120. That's also basically 200, right? That's like Gilded Drips but cheaper. Just get a lot of EM artifact for the instructor, so you should save up for that. So anyway, I'm just gonna tell you that Nilou is fine. Obviously, if you like her, she's great. Insane damage, but she's very restrictive. And I showed you that restriction. You can't use this character, Animo, Kazuha. It's just gonna be as fun. This team is very fun. I'm just gonna tell you that. You got the shield, you get the heal, you got this freaking thing just buffing the Dendro that this guy is dealing. 22, that could reach easily 30k with a properly built Toma, also max leveled. Man, I think if I have Kazuha in this team, probably the same as the Nilou team, right? I think, but but in proper calculations, and I've seen that in some videos, Nilou will absolutely deal insane damage. That's because that's her niche, right? That niche specifically should be for her, but just Dendro and Hydro also kind of meh. Pull for her. I'm probably gonna pull for her on her rerun in the far future when we get more Dendro, right? Because Dendro isn't as restricted as her, right? You can use her on any team. She's gonna do decent stuff, right? I mean, not in any team. You can't use on a vape or melt, but you can use her on Burgeon, Hyper Bloom, Quicken, and Quicken Spread, or yeah, she's very good. But with Nilou, it's just double Hydro, double Dendro. And also, if you're up against enemies that are very much countered for that, I think just has to cut this short. Finally, to end this, Nilou her passive is just, it sucks that her passive is locked, right? I wish you could use something like Shielder and or Animo for her. That's only about it. See you guys.